Uh, Hello, Autonomer here, as you like to call me. Um, ISB v6.5, the half of the update actually. There's a review, what we went over last video. Print, you got print, you got a string or var variable, dprint, which deletes the terminal line, rprint, and now it's actually rprint with an at. Remember this when you're actually coding an ISB. If anyone actually watches this, rprint, string or var, just like print, and then the at terminal line number. That's it. Uh, okay. All right. Now we are in ISB 6.5. Yeah, it's a lot of changes actually. The script list, it's still here because I haven't fully integrated the UI, but yep, you can have this up and code on it if you like the script better. But yeah. All right. Now let's go over what is what I added. All right. So when we run this, if we go to the terminal, it should print. Seriously. Now, as you see, or for the debugging, I hate that. I genuinely hate doing that. It's fun though. Nice. But I fixed it. Now, if we, print to this, you can see. Sorry, I did not mean to click that, but first of all, addressing the elephant in the room. We're not. I already think I stated this in the beginning, but we're not using freaking. We're not using list. Okay, so it's all um modified groove patch, like the text thing. It's all I modified it. So yeah, I modified it just a bit here. I'm not afraid to show people, but yeah, I modified it just a bit. So this is actually where it displays the code. Um, and yes, you can scroll with this. Um, and you can scroll left and right if you hold enter. And then you see here the groove patches code, right? Also, if you do come in here and edit my code, make sure when you're testing, always go to this break thing because it'll be laggy otherwise, and your script won't run as well. Anyway, as you saw, my variable is 7, right? Previously, with the my math, it just made it if it was if it if the variable was made, and if you I called do math, it would just do math on 7, right? With ignoring the quotation marks. It would ignore if it was a string. I fixed that. Also, you can do math and print. You can. Okay. It's also a new thing. A really new thing I'm actually excited about. And here is another thing, actually. Oh, yeah. I mean, who is doing that? Like, genuinely. Okay, anyway, let's say we have my variable. It's 5. Sorry, 5. My variable, my var. It's super cool. we want to print, right? Let's print my variable, but I don't want to use two terminal lines, right? I don't want to use two of these babies just for, let's say a score, right? So what we can do, F, right? Oops. And then boom, F. F things. Also, the thing with the single quotation marks, those don't work anymore. I'm so sorry. If you're using them, get with the times. We're using we're using actual anyway. F strings. I added F strings. It sounds like Epstein, whatever. I added F strings. If you know what they are, you can type out whatever you want. So like well, with variables, so like score, and then if you put the squiggly brackets, and then you can put your variable. Now, here's the thing, it doesn't work with strings. If you put a string inside of here, it won't, it won't do that. If we put my variable and it was a string, it'll just put 0. Let's say 5 here. It should print score. Oh, it does. No way. Yo, wait, I'm smart. No, I'm smart. I probably did. Never mind. False information. Don't listen to me. I'm I don't even know my own code. How is that possible? Is that possible? Oh, that makes sense. Oh, never mind. Stupid. I actually had a thing for that, so if it's just a string by itself and you're at not trying to do math on it, then it'll do the actual string. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, that's F strings. You can do a lot with it instead of like here, let me make this simple clicker from before. Boom. See? It works. It's a clicker. It's a working clicker. And it's there, and we use the R print and the new F string, which is so cool. With this, you can now actually make gooder games. Possibly even Snake. I know I've trained an AI to make ISB code. It's terrible at it. It I can't make Snake in it. I'll give it that. But it does sometimes mess up like with the ends and stuff if you watch my previous video. Anyway, let's stop that. Okay. Also, jump script loops. You don't have to use repeat loops. Honestly, you can just use jump script one block. It's super useful. Like actually, it conserves block. With jump script, you don't even have to use repeat loops or increment loops. But I'm not suggest. I would still suggest using repeat and increment loops because it is harder to find your loops if you do have jump script loops. Like it's harder to debug. So I would put it like that. All right. Now let's let's start over. Right. Now let me show you one of the new blocks, not blocks, commands I would call it. I added the commands. iPrint. Now you could probably predict that I was gonna add iPrint. Like if I didn't, I was actually planning on making this. But iPrint, it's insert. It follows a pattern. Print is basically add to if you know how ISB works, if you know how Scratch works in general. It adds to the list. Dprint deletes. Rprint replaces at a terminal line. Iprint inserts. It's following the Scratch terminal. Okay. Anyway, let's um do this. So let's say like insert 6 at 7. And then actually, this gives me a chance to show you a for loop or a repeat loop. So this is the new, not new, it's not a change to the increment loop. Increment loops still exist. This is just another loop which you don't have to use a variable for. So it says for. So let's say for like 10, and then you still have to have and 4, and then we're just gonna print. I am typing with one hand. What am I doing? I'm gonna print. Why do I do that? Cannot I? Yeah, I can do that. Let's just print 5 over and over. So if we go to the terminal, it'll should. Okay. Like I forgot to add the thing. This is very important. Make sure you. And I'm so glad that I made these. Anyway, see. Then it inserted 6 at 7. Ah, why did I do that? Why did I laugh? I knew it was. I knew I did that. I did that on purpose. That was so funny. Anyway, insert print. It might be useful. I don't know if it is. Take notes, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, you saw the new for loop. It's literally just increment, but without the variables. Because if you want to increment a variable, let's say, you can use increment loops. But if you just want to repeat for a certain amount of times, you can use for loops or yeah, for loops. We already have ifs. You know what ifs are. You don't need any more if, because I already covered that hopefully on my last video. Um, unless I didn't. I probably didn't. Or I did. I don't know. I don't know how many videos I posted on that channel. Or on my channel. Whatever, I'll see, and I'll have to record literally everything over and over again. Alright, so this one's really important. If now, if you want to clear the terminal, you don't have to do the increment loops or yeah, you don't have to do the increment loops for like how many you want to clear the terminal, I guess. And you don't have to keep track of that. Now, excuse me. Now there's a clear term. Shoot. Clear term and boom. Yep, clear term. So we can just print I and then we can run and then nothing prints. There we go. Anyway, yep, clear terminal. And actually, if we print hello, now um there's a thing called clear line, right? Where it just clears a terminal line. So print clear line 1. There it is. Yep. And it doesn't delete it because that's what dprint is for, but it clears the line. It clears, it makes it nothing. That's it. It's basically just rprint, but you don't have to do rprint at, so that's cool. Um, Now we have a an a different thing for weight. So if you're feeling fancy and you want to do a different for weight, you could just do sleep, I guess, and it's the same. You don't input any value. Yeah, and that algorithm. And this is the big one, input. Input is super cool. You can do string and F string only, no like variable type things. But let's say we want to input, and this port is important. This is important, okay? Just listen to whatever I say, all right? So let's say, what should I call you? Right? And with input, make sure you have a space there so it just looks better. Now, look, we're gonna have a thing. So player dot name equals, let's say, and then right here, user dot answer. Answer. Wow, I said that really. And then let's just print. And then if you want to have it, yeah, print, then F. Wow. Nice to meet you. Now, if we go to the terminal, boom. This is my favorite part. Now there is no backspace and there is no int. Well, there is enter, but once you press enter, you like input it. So if I do on to nimmer and press enter, wow, really? Did I do it wrong? Hug. Oh, that's right. This is actually put as a value instead of a thing. So, um, sorry. Now this should work. Oh, nimmer. See, all right. So here's the thing. I'm not gonna change it either because I want you to suffer. Um, if you want to change a variable, because this right here, that since user dot answer is a user dot well with anything that like if you want to set a variable that is not a string, or yeah, if you want to set or make a variable is automatically going to be a what's it called? I don't know the term, but it's not a string, okay? All right, editing me here. All right, editing me here. Yeah, my audio cut out, not like because my headphones got unplugged from like sorry, my headphones got unplugged from the computer, so or my laptop. So I'm gonna just you know read, read, you know, interpret what I would say. Yeah. Okay, so you got the input thingies and right there, yeah. So that's how input works, and you can like, yeah, it's really important that you use user.answer. Yeah, yeah, it's pretty cool, huh? Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. With the F, you can't. Yeah, that's how you change it to a string. Yeah. Um. thanks to Yineston2 for the music. This one's called A Villager's Happiness, that's playing in the background right now. The last one, I'm pretty sure, is called Burning Charcoal. Thank you, Yineston2, for the music. You can visit him on his Scratch page. He's not gonna post anytime soon because he lost all his files from a thing. But anyway, yeah. Watch this next, please. What? Yeah? Okay, thanks. Bye.